But yes, it's true. I have 2 babies, and Michael talked about it, and a lot of you don't have babies, so I'll just sort of explain the situation. First you push out the baby, and then you push out the placenta, and then you're kind of just left with this hole, and pretty much anything that ever made you interesting as a person just falls right out of it. But I didn't mind at all, because I was just so impressed with what my body could do. No drugs. No drugs. I was just really impressed, and so much so that, when people asked how I was, and they'd say, "Oh, and how are you, Laura? How are you?" And I'd say, "How am I? I'm amazing! Behold all that is I, for I have squeezed a life form out of a very tiny aperture." I would have leapt off the delivery room table and just gone. And while I was sort of riding this just wave of self-esteem all of a sudden, I found it really hard to understand how womankind had sort of ever been the second sex. Because if anyone came up to me now and said, "You can't vote because you're a woman," because they would be, they'd have a shotgun and a squirrel hat. "What? Are you some kind of idiot? I can give birth and I'm amazing!" and I'd shoot a baby out at them just to prove it. But the thing is, they're beautiful, beautiful things, and I love every moment of it, and many times I hate it at the same time because they're so exacting. In fact, my daughter, who Michael talked about, who gives us lots of directions, and she found out I've got a series of shows coming up. She said, "Are you going to do animal noises?" And I said, "What?" And she said, "No, you must do animal noises." And I said, "I must?" And she said, "Yes, people love animal noises." Love them. And I said, "Oh, like what?" And she said, "Like this." And I said, playing along, I said, "Oh, is that a tiger?" And she went, "No, that's a jaguar." "This is a tiger." So there's a difference, people. But I'm glad that I now know she's right, and people love animal noises. Yes, they do. And the other thing she's very exactly, this is my older daughter, my younger daughter doesn't talk yet, and I am so thankful for the first one, you're like, talk, and you're telling them words. If my second one stays silent for 18 years, but my older one she's very, very exacting about her clothes too. So what day in the Christian calendar is so exciting for a little girl? But Easter, because you get your Easter dress, and she had one that was fantastic. It was silk, and it was dry clean only for a 4-year-old. It was that fantastic. She was all gussied up, and she behaved like the most horrendous little terror, a horrible little wretch, and you have to stay on your toes on how to discipline them, because you've got to surprise them all the time. Here and here, and you've got to not beat them, even though you want to. Oh, you want to, but you don't. But you think about it. I've gotten through nights not beating my children by just pretending that Child Protective Services has closed-circuit televisions looking at me. That's what gets me through. Not beating my children. She was just being such a horrible wretch that I finally got to the point. I said, "If you do not behave, I will take off that dress and I will make you wear something unattractive." And she just went, "Oh!" And she went, "You can't, Mommy, you can't make me wear anything unattractive." And then she got a little bit adamant about it. She said, "You can't make me wear anything unattractive." And I said, "Oh, can't I?" And then I got really good. If you don't stop this behavior, I will take off that dress and I will make you go to church in shorts and a tank top. And she kind of went, and you'll be carrying a 40-ouncer and having a cigarette! And slippers and 2 curls. Yes, that's how I'm going to discipline my children, by sending them to church looking like trailer trash. I'm going to follow the trailer trash form of discipline. It worked, because she got better. She didn't get to wear the good dress. I put her in a linen one instead, which wasn't dry clean, but it's still a bitch to iron.